Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports.
All right. Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now they try the right side here. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
All praise to the defense there, stuffing them on the run. But offenses always practice these types of situations. They're called coming out situations from the shadow of their own goal line. What you really want is your offensive line to win the battle at the line of scrimmage. Get the leverage, get below the defensive lineman, and move them off the ball so the runner can find some space. On that particular play, none of that happened.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. A give to Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 23. A good return. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him for a loss of 5. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
To throw on third down. Hale escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll run it here. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throwing on first down. Hale. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
To throw again. Schrader got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 83 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll go on the ground. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and 1 there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Steps away. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Back to throw. Trader. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Off the play fake. Trader. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Let's go! Learn it!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Trader. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my...
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Sheldon Rankins able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Looking to throw. Hale. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Off play action. Trader. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Brandon, it's not a bad time to take a shot downfield. You've got a 1st and 5, but you've got to hope that the worst thing that comes out of it is an incompletion. Instead, this is good coverage, and it winds up being intercepted.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone. And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area. He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back to throw. Trader. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my play list, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
He's going to get it running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know you can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Looking to throw. Hale. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Back to throw. Hale. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Looking to throw. Hale. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a... Well, he will score! Touchdown, Patriots! It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Here we go now. 3-19.
second down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, Trader. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Back to throw. Trader. This is Bell on the dump off. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out in the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, Trader. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Trader. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
On 1st and 10, Hale. The throw right sideline is complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Hale. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again. Hale. And he comes back with one complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw on 3rd down. Hale. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Jets set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Looking to throw. Hale. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back to throw. Hale. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Schrader, wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To throw on 3rd down, Schrader. And this is going to be incomplete. It's not going to end in points, but, you consider where this drive started. You probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Hale. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, they've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hale. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hale. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
with
right.
the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry. Always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
But it was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Back to throw. Trader. Going up top. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Hale. Oh, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but It's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On third down, Hale. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. To throw on second down. Hale under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now let's go!
From the gun on third down, Schrader, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Hale. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw on second down. Hale. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep it in.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 23 yards on the play. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Off the play fake. Hale. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looking to throw. Hale stepping up. He'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Looking to throw on second down. Hale. And now he'll tuck it and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Here we go.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your own stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it'll work for big yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw. Schrader. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st and 10, Hale. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football.
Let's go!
Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
To throw on 2nd down. Hale firing quickly here, and that's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hale escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hale. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll run it here. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free.
Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan